Say what? You kiss your mother with that mouth? From the same mouth come blessing and curses. My brethren, this should not be, is what the Bible says. But I think the modern rendition, you kiss your mother with that mouth, like, would you really say that thing to somebody else, or should you be saying that thing and then at the same time you're worshiping God? So we want to choose our words wisely. Is it okay to tell little white lies? No. I don't always answer questions that directly, but no, little white lies, that phrase is not in the Bible. It just talks about lying. And little white lies is usually just you trying to help God. And the phrase, God helps those who help themselves, is also not in the Bible. Against popular belief, it's not there. So Abraham tried that out. God made a promise to Abraham, and he said, I'm going to give you a child. And Abraham said, well, God helps those who help themselves, right? Let me go down to Egypt and get myself a handmaiden, and then I will produce a child with her, and that'll be the way that you give me what you said you'd give me, right? And so God is sovereign enough to not need us to try to help him. So when we tell little white lies because we're worried about what the outcome might be, we could justify it in a million different ways, but the ends do not justify the means, regardless of what we think. James puts it this way. James says, but above all, and this is coming at the very end of the book of James, it says, but above all, my brothers, do not swear either by heaven or by earth or by any oath, but let your yes be yes and your no, no, so that you may not fall under condemnation. And James is really quoting what Jesus had said a couple times, both in the Sermon on the Mount and again later, let your yes be yes and your no be no. James is saying this at the end of his book, and he's saying, but above all, above everything else I have said, focus on this. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. In other words, choose your words wisely and be men and women of integrity. So regardless of how you want to justify deceiving or lying or tricking people, it's not okay. And when we choose to lie, we're taking sides with the father of lies. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And so that's his team. And I have come to testify to the truth. That's his team. And we know Satan is the father of lies. So when he lies, he speaks from his native tongue. In other words, be careful what you say. Don't promise something unless you know you can go through with it. Don't casually say, I really think I will do this thing, and you might not do it. And people use other language that I was thinking about using, but probably inappropriate for a video, and I don't like to use that language anyway, but people will say, also, I swear to God. If you're a man or woman of integrity and people know you, then you shouldn't need to use that phrase, and you're just pretty much trying to get us to believe what you're saying, so you're throwing that in there. And James is saying not to do that, but to just let your yes be yes and your no be no, and let your life be the kind of life that people would trust anyway.